Well, morning everybody. I got my coffee. Long weekend. Saturday, yes, we still had our cookout. It did rain, did pour. Wound up, my son and his friends wound up sleeping inside the house because they got rained out of their tent. They had standing water inside it. But I think all in all, considered everything that went on, pretty good weekend, except for the rain. We've got 3 loads to do, actually 3 loads to do. This whole load's going to one delivery. So let's get going. I've noticed editing. Sometimes the camera does not justify how steep some of these hills are. If I could find some of the pictures, this delivery here 2 years ago, I just on the other side of the driveway unloading. I left the pusher axle down, and as I was unloading, I was taking weight off the truck. Well, the parking brakes are only on this rear axle. So as it's taking weight off, it was lifting weight off the rear axle because I never lifted the pusher axle. Well, it got to the point where basically there was enough weight to overcome the friction of the tires, and she rolled down the hill. Luckily, it just went off into the ditch just before this telephone pole here. If I get to find the pictures, I'll show them to you. But yeah. This has been a nightmare for a while for me. Well, we're headed down to this warehouse, down the southern end of the state. We got a truck to unload, so we'll get down there. Now right here is where I was talking about, where I was parked, right here. So like right in this area here, but as I said, it overcome and it rolled down the hill and wound up in the ditch right here just before this guy wire. That was not a fun day for me. It was an absolute nightmare for me. I thought I was going to hit someone. Scariest thing I didn't see in a long time. Yes, I did have my wheel chalk out on that delivery that you just seen and the one where it drug down the hill. I had it on in front of the drive axle where the parking brake is set. So as it drug down the hill, it just drug the chalk with it. Instead of rolling up onto it and putting weight on it, it just drug it down the hill. From now on, I've been putting it under the front tire of the truck. So if anything happens, it tries to turn the steering wheel. Okay, truck is not here yet. I need to throw 5 pallets on before because I need 5 off of his truck, put on my truck. So I gotta throw 5 on before I can put his on. Well, find out here in a second. I'll get back to you. All right. The truck is an hour out, so he's not gonna get here for another hour. What I can do is do some rearranging, cleaning up, and load myself up. I still might only throw the 5 on so I can take the 5 off the truck, put them on my truck. That way I'm not handling them multiple times. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw 5 on, get my truck out of the way, could do a little rearranging and clean up. I'll see you then.
take it with you, or do you?
No, I don't need it. That pallet literally just come off the truck too. I had to wait for the truck to get there to unload it.
They said it was fresh.
Yeah. It literally come off that truck. I set it down on the ground, moved my truck up, and then loaded it. We're on our way back to the warehouse. We're gonna throw on 10 pallets, 2 stops. I'll see you at the first customer. I'm not gonna bother recording at the warehouse. You guys seen it enough. All right, we reloaded at the warehouse. First delivery, 6 pallets. So we'll kick those 6 off. I don't know if we're heading to the warehouse, to the mill afterwards or not. We'll find out. We're off to the first 6 pallet delivery. I seem to have developed an oil leak up in here somewhere. I'll try to highlight it, zoom in on it, but it seems to be like right over here somewhere. Because I say that, oh, let me take my headset off. Oh, give me a second here, I'm fueling up. As I was saying, there's oil all over this thing, and it seems to be coming from like that bolt right there. But I actually think it's coming from up front, getting blown back, and then dropping down. I mean, there's only a couple drops now, but I left a puddle at a customer's house, so that's what got my attention. I think it's up in here somewhere. There are sensors up in there that have a tendency to leak oil. I think it's probably one of those sensors. Oh boy, I might be in a different truck tomorrow, who knows. Just sitting here thinking about it. That oil puddle was probably about that big around to the customers I left. It could have been like oil was puddled up along the block oil pan line, or somewhere's up there, and when I parked the truck, is angled just enough for it to run down. I don't know. I just gotta traffic's still coming. I gotta get to the shop, look at it, see what's going on, get a flashlight out, really shine down in there, see what I can see. I'll let you know. Well, it's the next day. I had to stop, my physical card was going to expire. Where I travel across state lines, I need a DOT physical card saying that I'm healthy enough to cross state lines. Wound up stopping, getting some parts, some O-rings for that truck, see if we can't fix the oil leak today. If not, we got parts on order anyways, but I want to try to stop it as best I can. I'm gonna stop, grab lunch, and then we'll be at the shop. I'll see you there. Well, figured out where that oil leak is coming from. Right from this fitting right here. So I gotta change the O-ring that goes between this and the pump, between those two pieces here. So I'll get that done and I'll bring you back. All right, this O-ring right here is what's messing it all up. Looks pretty good, but oh no, it's a little narrow right there. So I got that other kit. I'm gonna pull this O-ring off and we'll replace it. Hopefully I got the right size. I think this is metric and what I got's SAE. But we'll see. Yeah, I think that right in there is pretty much caused the leak. You see it or not, but that whole edge is kind of rotted out. The next one I found was that. It looks a lot better. This screws into the block and that seals the oil. And that flare right there seals onto the line. All right, let's get this on. Well, I figured out my issue. It is right here with this one. It's pretty much junk, so I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna replace it with this one. So you're gonna take it off of that and put it on this one. Well, let's see if I wired it right. Wiring's not my strong point. All right, might have a couple deliveries, not sure yet. I'm gonna get all this mess cleaned up and get the truck out of the shop. All right, we're gonna do a quick little run with this thing, 40, 50 mile run, delivery. Check for oil leaks and see how everything goes. Right now, all the lights work on the back of the truck, so that's a big bonus. That's our only delivery for today. As I said, I had my physical this morning. Changed that O-ring there. Hopefully we stop the oil leak. We'll find out when we get back to the shop. I figured I would check it until I get back. Make sure it's dry. And I also did put a new end on the plug on the back of the truck that plugs in the lights for the donkey. So we'll find out when we get back to the shop about the oil leak. I'll see you there. Unfortunately, that didn't fix it. Look at the oil all over the ground here. under the truck and back there. We gotta get the right O-rings. I think this truck's down for a day or two. Well, you saw that oil leak. We called around dealers today and they no. Nobody's got it in inventory. Nobody's got it in inventory. Just goes to prove you can't trust a computer's inventory. We called a different dealer. The gentleman on the phone said, hold on a minute. Comes back a few minutes later, goes, yeah, I got what you need in my hand. After everybody said that no one had it in the area. And they all share the same name as far as a dealer. It just goes to show if you don't put it in correctly, it's not going to be recorded correctly. You cannot trust an inventory. As that gentleman said, he goes, I don't trust what it says on the computer anyways. He goes, I want to have it in my hand and make sure I got it. So the owner's going to grab that part right now. I'm going to try to come in early in the morning. I'm going to come in early in the morning. I'm not going to bother recording it. I want to just get the truck on the road and we go from there. So I'll end it here. Stay safe and I'll see you in the next one.